Well, that's kind of big for me to know before you walk out of here, before I make my decision. If she's not going to get any of the videos, there's going to be one thing. If she's going to get all the videos, there's going to be another thing.
Well, she'll get the videos.
What if she doesn't?
Well, then I guess
2504945. Does anybody want to talk on this case, or are you guys both sure you're right?
I'd like to speak with you, Your Honor.
No. I'm asking, you two want to try to resolve this, or you both?
No, he's got time to resolve this meeting.
Your name?
My name's Gary Collins. Your Honor, is it okay if I have my cell phone up here, just manually adjust the hearing noise?
Sure. And your name, sir?
Derek Gauchi, representing Falcon Film Studios LLC.
Okay. Are you the principal of Falcon Film?
Yes.
All right. So you're familiar with the facts and circumstances here, right?
Yes.
If you proceed in the small claims division, you're giving up the right to hire a lawyer, demand a trial by jury, seek in excess of $7,000, and to the extent that you might be entitled to it, I'm sorry, giving up your right to a lawyer, right to demand a trial by jury, and your right to appeal my decision. You can't do any of those things if you stay here. If you want to be able to hire a lawyer, appeal my decision if it's lousy, demand a trial by jury, or any one of those things, just tell me. I'll remove the case to the general civil division. You can hire a lawyer, appeal my decision if you don't like it, and demand a trial by jury. You understand everything I just said, ma'am? Sir,
Yes, Your
do you
Honor.
wish to waive those rights and proceed here, or have the case removed? Ma'am? Sir?
I'll waive those rights as well.
All right. On behalf of Falcon Films, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And on behalf of yourself, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm. You solemnly swear affirm that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, self you got, sir?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am. Okay, tell me what happened. You're the plaintiff, right?
Yes. I reached out to Falcon Film Studios to hire photography and videography for my vow renewal.
For what?
Photography and videography for my vow renewal.
Okay, do you have a contract?
Yes, I do.
Let me see the contract. So you're renewing vows with your husband?
Yes.
And when did the vow renewal take place?
It's in August of 24
Where?
at Arnaldo's in Riverview,
How many years?
16.
Wow, you guys are sentimental people, eh? That's nice. I'm just saying, that's good. Okay, so you hired.
Okay.
How'd you pay? How much you pay him?
5,225, I believe it was.
I want you to make sure.
$5,225.
Okay? Do you agree with that, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. And so there was supposed to be unlimited video coverage that was going to cost $2,600, right? And there was supposed to be 2 photographers, one unlimited hours and locations, right? Photos to be delivered in a week or less after the wedding. You can actually take some of these, the video by drone.
Yes, Your Honor.
Wow. Everything's high tech now. All right. So what happened?
So after communication with Mr. Gauchi, he assigned a photographer. The photographer contacted me the Monday prior to our vow renewal. I explained to him things that I had wanted. There was only one particular picture that I wanted. I wanted the general wedding package. I want pictures of my husband. I want pictures of myself, all of my guests, all of our wedding party. We were celebrating 16 years. This was a really big thing for us. I told him all of this. There wasn't anything that was overly complicated that I was requesting. I felt that I wanted just the regular bridal package, with the exception of the one photo in particular. He seemed like he had an understanding of that. The day of, he arrived at my house. We had a crew going to our friend's house where the men were getting ready, and then so it was photographer, videographer there, and then we had photographer and videographer at my house.
Okay.
The photographer arrived, the videographer arrived a little bit later. Within 10 minutes, the photographer was argumentative with me about where my pictures were going to be taken prior to Arnaldo's. He wanted to change the location. I said no. It turned into about 3 to 5 minute argument.
Change the location from what to what?
We wanted the pictures in the before pictures taken over at the reserve, the wildlife reserve.
Okay,
Trent, I believe it is, so right off the water, and he wanted to change it to Huron Park. I am not a fan of Huron Park, it's not appropriate for a wedding. They do a lot of like homecoming and prom pictures there, there's geese, there's ducks, it's not great. I wasn't walking through all of that,
okay.
and it's not where I wanted to be. He kept arguing, saying that he knew what he was doing and to trust the process, everything through the day.
And you said you wanted to have them done at the wildlife preserve?
Yeah, it was over in Trenton on the water.
Yeah, yeah,
They've just redone it, it was a really nice pier.
I got it. So you guys had a little argument.
Yes, so.
And then where did you end up having the pictures taken?
I'm sorry,
Where were the pictures taken?
they ended up being done at the wildlife reserve.
Okay, okay, so you had a discussion, argument with this photographer
Yes.
for 3 to 5 minutes. Then what happened?
Then one of my bridesmaids steps in and they discussed several types of several types of pictures that they were like, you know, let's try this at the house, getting pictures, basically getting dirty pictures, which was fine because it didn't seem like there was any issue after that. We did a first look with my son out on my patio, which turned out, you know, it was really nice. This reserve isn't that far from my house, maybe 10-15 minute drive in the same sunlight, in the same atmosphere. When we got over there, we sent him over there ahead of us because we were still getting ready and I wanted pictures done of all the guys at the pier, you know, take some nice pictures of them. For 43 minutes, they were over there and he stood there talking to my husband and our friend Mike, one of the groomsmen, about fishing because they were talking about fishing holes. I do have my husband here, he's not named in this because the contract was between myself and Falcon Film. But he can vouch for all phone calls and interactions as far as that with the photographer. We got there.
But so far, as of this point, there's no issue with bad photography or videography at this point, right?
There were several instances at the house. I wasn't sure if I'm supposed to bring those up now. I'm sorry, I've never been involved in this one.
You're fine.
I wanted a picture of my dress. He argued about the sunlight coming through the window. I said, in my opinion, it wasn't a problem because it was I wanted a black and white photo. I didn't care about the yellow tone of the dress. And then he finally agreed. We put it up above the window and then I never got the black and white photo I got. Another yellow tinted picture. He took pictures. There was one picture in particular. There is a handkerchief and it says, I'm sorry.
Let me stop you. This is primarily your problem with them isn't over arguments. It's over the quality of the photography, right?
Yes,
And the videography, right?
yes, with the events that happened with Mr. Gauchi after everything was delivered.
Okay, so tell me what the problems were. Let's start with photographs. What were the problems?
I submitted pictures, I did like 18 screenshots of the album that is listed online for Falcon Film Studios, and I sent them in, and now these were all random screenshots with the exception of one particular screenshot of my veil. There's pictures, the heads were cut off these pictures. Do you have all those pictures with you, Your Honor?
I have the pictures.
Your Honor, unfortunately, the only way that we can print them is black and white.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, I can share my screen if you wanted me to put them on your computer in color. But
I want you to tell me, you weren't saying all these photos are bad, right?
Yes.
All of
As a
them?
whole, this album is not acceptable to me. Do you want these pictures?
I'll look at anything you want.
I submitted these pictures when I filed this. I sent a copy to Mr. Gauchi and I submitted it to the court. These are 18 random screenshots of the album. Heads are cut off. And in the one particular picture that I searched out, the photographer's hand is under my veil in every single picture and I can't edit that out.
Hang on, wait, slow down. I want to look, wait. I want to know which pictures you're talking about. So I'm looking at
I
some,
submit these. Or do you want me to go page by page?
I'll let you go page by page. I have the black and white. This is you primarily here.
Okay, I don't think I said I can hold them up or.
Well, you've got, this is the page you're looking at, right?
Yeah, everything I submitted to the court was in color. I printed them on photo paper as well, so I'm not sure what happened to those. But the first page is a picture of primarily of the groomsmen. Their heads are all cut off. There's a picture.
Wait a minute, where's that one at?
It's the first one in my stack. I'm not sure where it's at in your stack. I don't know what happened as far as from what I gave them.
Do you see the one that I have?
That one, let me find that one real quick. Okay, so that one would be this picture here. It's very dark.
Wait a minute, you gotta point to it. Which one?
So these pictures are very dark. They're all pictures of my back. And in this picture is the second one up from the bottom on the left. The videographer is standing there on his cell phone.
Let me see those. What do you think about the quality of these, Mr. Gauchi?
I think that they're actually pretty good. I think that they captured the day really well, but you know, her opinion is what matters most. In my industry, we really do have to, you know, satisfy our clients. It's the biggest day.
Can anybody tell me why, was this intentional that they're taking pictures of this gentleman's shoes with the orange socks?
Oh yeah, we thought those socks were really just awesome. We got a lot of groomsmen and they'll wear custom socks, and if we don't capture those, you know, that'll be an issue too. And the photographer, whose name is Nick, might be able to explain it better, but just looking at it as a photographer myself, that's what I would see.
So she's saying she dropped off color photos, Jen.
Judge, I've got Linda bringing down the originals. When we scan it in, it scans in color, but then when I reprint them, so Linda's on her way down with the original packet.
Okay. Trying to figure out a way that I can have you point to these.
Judge, if I try sharing my screen, it might show up in the,
Try it.
I don't know if this would work. We can see if this, do they show up in the courtroom?
Yeah. Yeah. Can you see those now?
Yes, can I approach?
Yeah, you can get closer. You just have to keep your voice up. Turn that microphone around there if you would, ma'am, right in front of you.
Thank you. All right, so in the second picture up from the bottom on the left, that is one of the videographers that I'm paying for, standing there on his cell phone.
Okay. Second on the left.
It's the second one up from the bottom on the left. He is on the very left of the picture, and he is on his cell phone.
Judge. I see. Okay. All right, so that isn't good. What else?
The pictures are very dark. This was a delivered album, and I had asked for edits to be made because I want the pictures lightened up. I wasn't happy with these photos because I don't need a dozen photos of my back walking down the aisle. I got no pictures from the front view of any of my party or myself coming down the aisle. And then I was told after the fact that Arnoldo's isn't that great of a venue to be able to put any kind of camera up front. That was never discussed prior to the day. And I've had many conversations with Mr. Gauchi about expectations and what I was looking for, and what was going to be delivered, how things were going to be set up. And
Okay.
he once said that this was a terrible venue for them to shoot video or pictures at.
Okay, can you go to another picture and tell me which one else?
Yeah.
You want to turn the page, Jen? Right there, stay.
So all of these pictures, very dark. He didn't cue anybody coming down the stairs to look at him at the bottom of the staircase and smile so that he could get a good picture. This was a delivered product that I'm supposed to be okay with. There's one person smiling. She's in the very bottom corner. These pictures, I was never told that we were going to get pictures of the groomsmen's socks. That wasn't anything that I had asked for. And that was never explained either in any of the conversations I've had with Mr. Gauchi since the delivery of this photo album.
Okay, go to the next picture, Jen. If you can. Wait, let me find that on mine.
You would have to scroll up on this one a little bit to see the very top pictures. So with my issue with this is the fact that as a photographer, my colors were very specific. He didn't align anybody properly, and I told him how I wanted the girls aligned with their colors, and he didn't do that. The one decent picture that I have is going to be on this screen, the third one up on the right, where I'm in the front and all of my bridesmaids are behind me. One of them has their sunglasses on. That was something that I felt like a decent photographer should just immediately be like, hey, take sunglasses off so we can take a picture. That is the only decent picture of me with my girls that day. And one of them has sunglasses on and they're not even aligned properly in the colors.
Okay,
That was just a request that I had that was again thrown to the side because there was an argument at the pier about pictures being taken as well.
okay. You're all right.
She went to another picture, another
Next
Go
page.
to another
Sure.
picture, Jen.
Mhm.
In the bottom picture over here on the right, you can't see the groomsmen behind me. I got sunglasses on.
Yeah,
The pictures are very dark
you're
and,
talking about, wait a minute. Yeah, the one on the bottom right, you
Yeah,
can't see the
right.
groomsmen behind you. You're,
Yes.
you're completely blocking them out.
and there were several pictures like that. The groomsmen, they're very dark. And again, I asked those pictures to be lightened up, and this was the delivered album.
Okay, go to the next picture. What do you have to say about this one?
This is the picture that I specifically went looking for in the corner. On the left side, his hand is under my veil in every single picture. Why?
Yeah,
Every single one of
hang
them.
on, hang on, hang on. I want to
There's
look.
several pictures through the album where his feet are under my dress, his feet are just in the pictures. I'm not understanding
Is
any
this
of
the
that.
one that says we still,
We still do. That was embroidered on my veil. And I just wanted a nice picture of my veil. And his hand is in every single one of them.
I don't see his hand. Where's his
It's in the
hand?
very bottom corner. He's a dark skinned man. It's hard to see. But you can see it in the pictures that I gave you.
Okay, go ahead.
Um. Feet pictures in the bottom corner. His feet are under my dress. One of his feet are under my dress.
Okay, wait, Jennifer, I'm gonna find that one.
And again, there are multiple pictures through the album that his feet are just in all the pictures. I'm just not understanding why.
Trying to find this one, Jen. Jeez. I'm not sure I'm seeing that photograph. Uh, Jeez. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time finding that one. All right. Okay. Where you seeing, you said his feet?
So it's on the screen is the third one up on the right.
Yeah.
And his feet are in the picture. His left one is under my dress.
Okay. I see now. Go ahead, Jen.
In these pictures, I just want to show how dark the pictures were. The pictures that he took of my guests, it's like the same group, same three groups of dancing through the pictures in the album, and I just wanted to kind of show one of them on here. And then if you scroll down a little bit, you can see there is his assistant sitting on the stairs. Another picture of the floor. Very dark
Jennifer,
pictures.
move that up, please. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That was pretty much it with that group of pictures. Go ahead, next one. So these are all, again, feet pictures on the left. These pictures, it's the same group of pictures from us getting a photo booth shot. That was pretty much all of the interaction, like with my guests. That was one of the examples.
All right.
Just the same.
Anything else that you need to tell me with regard to the photos?
All right.
Anything else that you want to point out with any of the photos?
No, this one was just to show that that was the only interaction pictures I had with my guests really, like during the reception, other than the initial.
What do you have to say about these, sir?
Definitely some of those speed shots were removed, you know, they're not no longer in the gallery, that's definitely embarrassing. Sometimes, you know, when we're trying to push them up to the client right away, so that they can, you know, kind of help us get it right. You know, that's our opportunity to remove things that aren't supposed to be there. But, you know, to me, I see it as, you know, something that's not, it's something extra instead of something that's missing, right? But I definitely would not have preferred my photographer to put a shot of the feet in there. Sometimes we just do it to test our flash out, you know, when they end up into the galleries. Not something we like, but they're easily removed. You know, there's a lot of changes that have occurred, you know, since that initial delivery, which was a week after, where we were able to go through and, you know, clean things up, remove, you know, any feet photos, or try to do our best to, and we scheduled multiple phone calls with her and emails to try to, you know, see what we can actually do to get these. And we even offered to submit to her all of her raw photos so that she could go through numerically and tell us like number 88 needs this. And, you know, we never received that, you know, detailed structured list with any analyzation to try to help us make these adjustments. And one thing I know is that our contract does protect us, right? In some ways, if the client is, you know, we can't be at every angle, right? And it says that clearly, like it's up, you know, if there's people standing there, we can't stand there. You know, it protects us from that, but I definitely don't want our clients to be upset like this, you know, so I can see from this gallery, it's not our best work. I will say that. But I will say that it does to me appear to be a complete gallery. You know, I believe deep in my heart that we delivered upon our contractual obligations. We showed up that day, we performed our services, we delivered them in that time frame that we mentioned. There's not one thing in the contract that I promised that we didn't do. On top of that, you know, we worked with her, we tried to schedule phone calls, we tried to give her services beyond what our contract even says. Those raw images, which can be pretty powerful because then she has like even more photos to pick from, or just a greater advantage to try to direct us with editing.
Yeah, speak.
Yes, you, why don't you go back to the podium, please?
This album was not adjusted prior to me filing a small claims court. This album was exactly the way it was the day I filed. Nothing had been edited, nothing had been changed, nothing had been removed. Multiple conversations with Mr. Galchi regarding my dislike for this album and my unsatisfaction and my distress over this album, having look at this over and over again to decide what pictures I want. He's talking about raw photos. He sent us a new contract after the fact, which in the original contract, it does not state anything about paying extra or signing a new contract for all of my photos. In that contract, it says I get all of my photos and videography. It doesn't say anything about raw images and raw video. He sent over a new contract, which was never signed. I had consulted a lawyer and they told me not to sign it because that protects them. It would be ending, moving forward with any kind of solutions that were not going to be satisfactory for me.
So as far as you were concerned from the original contract, you were entitled to every one of these photos?
Yes, that's how I was that's how I understood the contract, Your Honor. And again, raw photos and video were never mentioned in there, and that wasn't brought up until after he saw this album. Moving on from there, there's multiple conversations, emails that I printed out where sometimes I would get correspondence back, sometimes I would just be ignored. In our last conversation in December, where I again requested an ET on the video, and I knew the video was going to take longer because videos take longer. I completely understand that. I wanted an ETA and what to expect that. I was getting 3 videos, and I was not happy with any of the 3 videos. They put religious music on, and I specifically requested no religious music be used. Number 1. Number 2, the ceremony was chopped up in pieces. It's not a flowing ceremony, which I wanted. That was very important to me. Sorry. We had spoke to him. I sent him an email asking for the, an ETA of the video, and I said that if I did not hear back, I was going to pursue legal action. And within 24 hours, I got the videos, and I was not happy with them. So we set up a meeting that my husband was also on the call with. We did all of our.
Should I see the videos?
I did not download them because he was supposed to re-edit them and add. The first look wasn't even in the one video, and he said that he would added his assistant named Jasmine, who I never heard from. that he was supposed to re-edit the videos. But there was no point in me downloading videos that I was not gonna keep because they needed to be edited. And I wanted the music changed. I'm not a religious person. That was very offensive to me. And he
So,
was very aware of that.
so you feel like you're entitled to a 100% refund?
I do at this point because I have no access to videos. He has deleted them from his website. Again, this album was not changed prior to me filing this.
Did you delete the videos?
No, Your Honor, we have an expiration date set. We let the clients know right away to please download everything. It's in the email explicitly explaining that they're not gonna be up there forever. You know, hosting large files.
So you can't retrieve those either?
Oh, no, I can get those back up for her. Absolutely.
But they were supposed to be edited. And I never received those files. They were never edited for the ones that were posted.
I do want to satisfy my client, but I did get confused throughout the process on a few occasions. It appeared that she wanted every photo, every raw image, everything. There was photos that ended up in the gallery that I would never have given any client. And now it seems that she wants some photos removed and doesn't understand why they'd be there because they're ugly. And I'm having to explain myself for photos I would have never had into a gallery to begin with. The raw photos, I wouldn't expect the client to expect that from us. And it seems that she's even admitted to expecting a nice, cleanly edited gallery without feed shots, without all the extras. The raw photos, you know, contain.
I gotta be honest with you guys,
Your Honor, in the last phone call that I had with Mr. Galgi, he was more concerned with protecting his assets. And I can have my husband vouch for that because he told me at one point that his company is going to be in the red if he has to go back and edit stuff and search for other photos and et cetera. My husband can vouch for that conversation. He was on every phone call with my husband once these photos were delivered.
okay, but what percentage of these photos truly are unacceptable to you?
I'd say 80%. There were two photographers. The other one was Miles. He was a great photographer. And I told Mr. Gauch that Miles did an amazing job with the men. His photos, they were cued.
Was he the one who took the picture though, that blocked you from
These pictures were all done by Nick. Miles has a separate album. The way that Falcon Film, they set up their photographers. For my file, it was Nicholas and it was Miles. I believe is how.
Yeah, I can speak for ourselves in our delivery if you ever
Yes.
want me to address it. But yeah, we have two photographers. There's one full gallery and each photographer is kind of split up to make it easier for the client to kind of search through.
And with that being said, one thing that did happen after the ceremony, when I asked for the other photographer to stay outside, take pictures of my wedding party, Nick made the comment, I'm the lead photographer, you didn't pay for 2 photos, I'm the only one. And you can call anyone at my bridal party to verify that because he said that to them. And that was one of my arguments with Mr. Galchi after the fact as to why I was being told when I paid for 2 photographers that Nick was taking the lead and didn't let Miles continue taking pictures. In Miles' album, there's a clear stop once.
Do you want the videos?
I'm sorry?
You want the videos?
As of right now, I want everything to see if I can make some kind of album. He's telling me that there were great pictures in the raw photos and that I would have to.
Okay, I
sign
know,
off
but
discouragement.
I want you to listen to what you're telling me. You're asking me to give you a judgment for the full amount of what you paid. And then you're saying, I still want the photos and the videos.
I feel with everything I've been put through this point, he did not deliver an acceptable album, and I want access to the videos or the other pictures to see if there's anything that I can salvage from this album. I have no pictures in there that are satisfactory that I can even hang up in my house. His comment was, you delivered an album. You delivered an album. I'm not going to argue that. You delivered an album. But there's so many pictures that are just not acceptable for what.
All I'm telling you is you can't ask me to refund the money and still allow you to have access to the videos and the pictures.
Your Honor, that's precisely my fear. You know, this is not the first time that we've been asked for refunds while the client still is posting their photos and telling people how much they love them.
I've never posted once any photo and told anybody about these. I've actually requested that my family and friends don't leave any negative reviews on his website because that's not what I was after.
But
And
understand what I'm saying to you.
I understand what you're saying. I don't know how to move forward from here. I've never had to deal with something like this before. I came in here not knowing what to even ask for at this point. So
I understand that.
And I know that something like this is more emotional, right? I mean, a wedding, or in this case, renewal of vows, is a big deal. It's not like we're taking pictures of our kids playing baseball in the park. This is a big deal. And I can tell, and I'm not a photographer, and I can't say I'm really into photography to tell you the truth. I mean, I'm a bad picture taker, but I can even tell some of these are bad. I mean, she's right. You got feet shots. You got one where, I mean, even if I'm taking a picture and I got 7 or 8 men and behind a woman you want to capture everybody, not have one person blocked out by the woman's head.
I agree, but there's a variation. So in a lot of our galleries, you're gonna see that shot, like where they're close. Like that's the shot that I even get asked for. And the bridal party's blurry in the background as they're like together laughing and kissing.
The question that I'm putting forth in my brain is, to be honest with you, is how much is she entitled to? She's entitled to something. I just don't know what. And I haven't seen the videos, and you're saying you don't like them, but you want them, right?
I just want to see if there's anything I can pull from them to make it up them, if.
I know, but but what I'm trying to tell you is nobody's providing me with the videos and saying, here's the problem I have with the videos. I don't have anything like that. So I'm really down to the pictures. Now, you're telling me you don't like the videos, and I believe you. But I need to see what I might think is wrong with the videos. And I can tell you're upset by this, so you clearly, in my view, are not in here embellishing. You truly believe that these are bad photographs. I'm not sure how harmful it is that they're taking pictures of guys' socks. They were going to take unlimited pictures anyway, right? So if you didn't like them, you don't need to order them. You don't need to have them, right? Do you agree with that?
Yeah,
What's that?
I never even downloaded the album. I just took screenshots to submit today. But I don't have anything saved anywhere. He can check his IT team for that. I never downloaded anything. If locking out here today means I just get my money back and I don't have access to anything, that's fine. Because I honestly don't think at this point there's gonna be anything in the raw photos. Because if there was, he would have brought something to show that, in my opinion, as a photographer.
Tina, just so you know, I mean, maybe I've got a slight amount of ignorance when it comes to photos. But his standards have to be professional photographs. You're saying you don't like them. I'm not saying they're perfect. My issue here is I don't have a photographer who's similarly situated that does this for a living that is telling me this is just horrible. These are horrible photographs. You're saying it. And I don't see the problem. Like, I mean, I can see how some of these you could say are dark. And I can see how some of these that you are saying, that you're, she is right, though. I can't believe, a photographer should tell. Do you agree? You're the only one with sunglasses on. Would you take them off? Don't you think they should do that?
It's certainly we do sometimes, and sometimes they listen to us, sometimes they don't. But what it really comes down to.
You mean somebody that shows up at this is gonna say, I don't care what you think, photographer, I want to keep my sunglasses on? They really need them on that bad for that 60 seconds?
The argument may not be as intense as that, but we try to do our best to resolve every moment, make the pictures as great as possible without getting in confrontations with people. There's a lot of photos happening and a lot of people involved in them. And so we're doing our best, and when we're working with bridal parties, sometimes people are drinking. It was very sunny that day. That's a big mistake that I definitely wish the photographer would. I take responsibility for, that the photos were not 100.
How much do you think you should pay here?
How much do I think I should pay her? It's hard to say because, we showed up. We did what we were contractually supposed to do. We delivered all of our photos as we said we would. But I don't want any of our wedding clients feeling like this happening. So I definitely believe that there's something that should and could be done for her. I don't necessarily know the extent of what you guys are allowed to ask us to do, whether it's all compensation and money, or if it's like further deliveries without her needing to sign an agreement.
Well, I'm listening to you guys. You're gonna tell me what you.
So obviously I don't want to give her all the money back. We actually have pretty fair pricing and she did receive a discount too. And we have a company where it really does pay our photographers fairly as well. I'm not gonna be able to get that back from them. And as the owner, of course, I'm willing to inherit all that, but she's still at the end of the day gonna be able to use the photos and the videos.
Do you have any reason to dispute that, ma'am? You're still the,
Right now, what photos am I supposed to use? What
okay, I know,
photos
I
am
know.
display?
Okay, but I just heard you say, I mean, some of these aren't bad, are they?
When I first.
I mean, man, listen, I'm not a photographer. I mean, I just go through the process. They're not always, I mean, I don't think, there's a lot of nice pictures in here is what I'm trying to tell you.
The album itself is brighter than.
Jennifer, give me a judgment form down here, will you, or print it out for me? But you
Judge,
think
I
you'll,
think Gina walked one down when she brought down that order on,
I gave you that back at time.
come here.
You want to say that
if
they
not,
are
I can
brighter
print
than
another.
General, the gallery. I don't.
Oh, wait a minute. I got it. Yeah, I got it. I got it, Jennifer.
Those pictures are a sample of what the album was. It wasn't the whole album.
And I feel bad because
This album was not edited prior to me filing this report.
do you need me to include any other order here that you're entitled to? You've already got possession of everything, right, ma'am?
No, I have no videos. And I asked him.
Yeah, what about the videos?
So the videos are sent to our clients and they have a month to download them before they're like automatically removed from Dropbox because we're limited on storage, it's very costly.
And for the last.
Well, wait a minute. I know, but you said you could reproduce those and get them to them.
Yeah, well, so we have everything backed up twice on hard drives. You know, it's not as reliable as online, so I don't want to call it a guaranteed thing, but it's certainly something that we keep.
Well, that's kind of big for me. To know before you walk out of here, before I make my decision. If she's not gonna get any of the videos, there's gonna be one thing. If she's gonna get all the videos, there's gonna be another thing.
Well, she'll get the videos.
What if she doesn't?
Well, then I guess I'm gonna see you again, right? That's, you know, that's what I have the videos, I have them backed up, I have them on a hard drive twice.
The videos were never edited after the last conversation I had with Mr. Galchi. They were never edited. There were never any new videos delivered. And his assistant Jasmine never contacted me. And the final email that I submitted in all its paperwork, I requested from Jasmine, I believe it was, when am I going to expect this? And I want to say that it's March, but I don't remember offhand. I would have to look at the emails again. But I submitted all that and I never heard a sound and the videos were gone. They were never edited. This has been my conversation with him the entire time. He barely communicates and that's shown in every single email that I submitted. I printed out every single one of them. It's like pulling teeth to get him to communicate. I'm an ER nurse in a level 1 trauma center. I don't have time to keep chasing people. And I'm missing 2 days of work where I could be in my hospital to be here dealing with this after I've already dealt with this and looked through these pictures. This is not something I should have to deal with like this for an extended amount of time. I don't feel that you are, because when Mr. Guzzi served you, you said, I'm willing to do anything to make this right. And you had over a year to make this right.
All right.
So if I could be clear, like we did request some assistance with getting it right for her. We had multiple phone calls scheduled. And I do think that.
I don't need to hear about your discussions for settlement. I really don't want to hear about them, to tell you the truth.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, this is hard for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is very difficult. If I knew more about photography and studied photography, I guess I could make a more educated decision, and I feel badly for you. I can tell you're upset about it. And I can't say that I think that some of these photos aren't terrible photos. They are. Here's what I'm doing. How much was the filing and service fee, Jennifer?
Judge, that was 70 filing and 30 for certified mailing.
And what about
And-
service?
Service was 47.25 for each, for the personal service.
47.25.
Correct.
So she's got 147.25 in court costs. Here's what I'm doing.
So 94.50 for me to hire the private investigator to serve 500. He did sign for his certified.
Oh, then it must
Okay.
have been the 47 for each defendant.
His LLC.
Slow down a second. Wait a minute. What do I have? I got 70 plus 30 plus 47.25 plus what?
And
You wanna
25
tell me?
twice.
What's that?
I believe it was going to be 47.25 two times, once for each defendant. There were two parties served.
Is that right?
That would be
ma'am?
So it would be a total of 94.50. I have the receipt.
Yes, that would be the 94.50, Your Honor.
So the total here is going to be 21.94.50 because I'm awarding $2,000 to be paid to the plaintiff, plus 70, 30, 47.25 twice, and all videos from the August 24 incident are to be provided to the plaintiff within 7 days. If they're not provided to the plaintiff, I'm going to revisit this judgment because I'm taking into account that she's at least getting the videos and she has access to these photos. So that's my decision. Can you pay her right now and assure me that you're going to have the videos to her within 7 days?
If I could request some time to pay her,
How much time do you need?
I mean, 2,000,
How long?
I don't know what the normal request is for the court, 3 months. I don't, 3 months, something I can say to you.
That's kind of a lot. Can you pay her $400 per week?
Yes,
You pay the judgment to plaintiff in installments of $400, and I'm gonna start that beginning on April the 6th, okay?
so, just to clarify, are you like breaking this up as a complete kind of single price, or are you like breaking photography?
I'm taking it down and saying, I think that these photos were not the best. And I'm taking it as saying, I believe her testimony at least, that the videos were not the best.
Okay.
And I'm saying you charged her $52.25 and she paid it. And I'm telling you that I think that they missed the mark. And in my view, $2,000 is fair.
And so with a 40%-ish, 45% refund, we still are gonna be expected to deliver her the videos with,
That's my order. And if you don't, then I'm gonna revisit this judgment and I'm going to order that you pay more.
yeah, I will completely understand.
Okay? I'm gonna go home and wonder if I did the right thing on this one. That's the way I am. I did the best I can. That's all I can tell you.
I appreciate you, sir.
Okay? Have a great day. So you're gonna pay $400 in installments weekly beginning April 6th. Okay? Thank you. Ma'am and sir,
I'll give you.
I want to make sure you guys have everything here that's yours. So please don't leave without taking everything, okay? I think I might have another judgment. Get that one. Who cares? And then you guys take this and we're all set. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna now get on to the Brooks case, and I feel horrible keeping you people here this long.
This case highlights the importance of a fair and balanced justice system. Throughout the hearing, the judge took the time to review the facts, listen carefully, and ensure that every decision was based on responsibility and the rule of law. Courts play a vital role in giving individuals a chance to be heard while also holding them accountable for their actions. The judge's approach reflected both firmness and fairness, demonstrating how the legal system works to encourage positive change while protecting the integrity of justice. Moments like these reinforce public confidence in the courts and the principles they uphold.
Here we go. Prelord versus Brooks Landscaping and Daniel Brooks, rather, 2503785. All right. However, where'd she go?
She's coming.
Oh, okay. Bring in Mr. Lilly.
It's Mr. Lilly.
I need you to start your video for me, sir.
Okay, how do I start the video?
I just sent you a message. It should.
Ma'am, your name?
You gotta step up to the podium.
Your name again, sir?
Start my video. Okay.
All
Started.
right. Mr. Lilly, I'm gonna ask you to take your hat off for me, please, sir, and tell me your name.
Oh, excuse me, sir. I'm at work, so sorry, Your Honor.
That's okay.
William Lilly Jr.
Okay, I'm not getting a good, okay. I'm gonna ask you to raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm. Let me see your hand. I gotta see your hand. I know it's. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Who's the guy in the background there? What's he doing? Is he a reporter or what? I mean,
Where's that?
It's just his background, I think, Your Honor.
Where's that?
It's a photo that's stuck on
Yeah,
his
I'm at a
background.
house. I'm remodeling the whole house, Your Honor. So, yeah, I don't know what's behind me.
Oh, I thought you were looking for a button. Sorry. All right. I'm not getting a very good connection right now. Did you go out there and perform work
Okay.
at the Treelor residence?
I'm sorry. Is that Debbie?
Yes.
That's correct.
When did you do that?
I would have to look into my paperwork, sir, and I don't
Where
have
is
that
it?
available at the moment.
Yeah.
I think we were out there on 2 different occasions, though. We did some work for.
Didn't you got the subpoena in this case, right?
I've got the work order here.
And
But I'm not getting a good connection. I'm trying to be nice and let people appear by Zoom, but I feel like I'm reaching a dead end here. I mean, you don't have any of your paperwork. You don't know what case I'm calling you about?
I do. I just didn't know exactly what I needed.
Did you do work there?
We did.
What did you do?
We're there on 2 different occasions. We did some exterior caulking to the home, a little bit of mortar work, and we did a drain field.
Was that drain field already completed by somebody else?
It was, but it wasn't done right.
Why wasn't it done right?
There was no pitch. At all connections, they were just blown out. It was probably from, excess water or something, but they usually put PVC cement for any PVC to attach it, and there was nothing attached. The drain was almost straight. I don't know if you can see my finger, but there was no pitch to let the water go downhill.
How much did you charge to redo this?
I believe around $3,000.
Well, do you know? Do you know how much you paid him?
Yeah, right here.
How much?
Your Honor, if you can give me about 2 minutes, I'll get my book out of my van and I'll look through there. It's just I've done an excessive amount of work. So you'd have to just give me a minute to look through my paperwork.
Go ahead. I'll go on to another case. Jeez, sorry. Okay, let's go. You have a seat. Raymer Mullins, Ariane versus Falcon Film Studios LLC, Shalor versus Brooks. This is file number 2503785. John, see if you can find the other one. Okay. You can turn that podium toward me, please. It's a swivel. There you go. Tell me your name. Mr. Lilly, your name?
William Lilly.
Sorry about this. I truly am. Ma'am, your name?
Deborah Treelor.
I've sworn everybody in. You're all under oath. You can tell me what you've discovered now, Mr. Lilly.
Okay, I found the invoice and it was actually, like I said, for 2 jobs. It was a caulk job for $400. And it was one for tearing out the existing 4-inch drain tile and replacing new with the adjusted pitch for $3,300.
All right. And you're telling me that that was the problem with the French drain installation. There wasn't enough of a pitch, correct?
There was actually a couple different problems. Like I said, none of the attachments were attached. Couplings, 90s. Yeah, and the drain was wrong. The pitch was wrong.
Do you want to ask him any questions, Mr. Brooks?
Do.
Okay.
What qualifications do you have for being an expert in drainage systems?
Actually, I don't have a lot of, experience, but, my family, they have, they've been in landscaping probably about 20 years or better.
Okay. And you said the reason that you believe the drain was not working was because it had no pitch? And
It
then it
didn't
was
have the
not
right
fluid?
pitch. Yeah. Yeah, the pitch wasn't correct.
Okay, and you're familiar with the type of pipe that was used?
I am.
What type of pipe was that?
It's got holes all in it. So the drain, again, sort of go into the drain water, into the groundwater. And if it overflows and you get a really, really heavy rains, then it should flow down that pipe. And it was never flowing down.
Okay, and that type of pipe is commonly known as triple wall or ADS pipe?
I'm, like I said, I don't have that knowledge of exactly what it is, and what it's called.
I'm just
A lot
wondering
of people
because
might call it PVC,
recommendations-
excuse me?
Because that type of pipe, does not require glue per manufacturer's recommendations, it's bell spigot fittings. And you're claiming that it didn't work because it wasn't glued.
Okay. So then when we dug it, the fittings themselves were separated. What would you do there? I mean, if you're the professional, what would you do there? Wouldn't you make it to where that doesn't separate?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was separated if it was dug up, because it would be nearly impossible to dig it up without separating pipes. I mean, unless you're using, some very delicate equipment, which there would be no reason to do that. The other thing I want to ask is what type of instrument you use to determine the slope?
Again, we put ground levels on where it was dug. You could see, I mean, as soon as we uncovered it, we put them levels on there. That bubble was almost completely flush. Now, if you want to talk about building or carpentry or any kind of trade business other than that, I am a professional.
So you're saying that you carefully excavated the soil above the pipe as not to disturb it, and then checked it with a level?
I'm sorry, it's kind of hard to hear you. Can you say that once again?
So you're saying that you carefully extracted the dirt that was on top of the pipe without disturbing the pipe and checked it with a level, like a 4-foot level?
No, there wasn't no dirt there. It was all big rock, probably as big as, a little smaller than baseballs. It was
So
just all backfilled with rock.
So you extracted the rock very carefully without disturbing the pipe, and were able
We
to
did-
check it with a level?
No, we didn't have to disturb the pipe. We uncovered it. And then again, when we put the level there, we let the lady know. The lady brought it to our attention. So we just dug out a little bit and showed her that, look, these fittings are separated. So again, that's only going to go as far as that pipe is. If it's a 10-foot section, it's going to run through them holes into the groundwater, or into the groundwater, into the ground, should I say. Nothing's going to flow through there, even if it was a major rainstorm, which she has video of that. So again, that was on a bed of dirt, but it was covered with big rocks. The hole, I would have to say, approximately 3 foot wide by about 30 feet long before you go down into the main pitch, which would be, I guess, the side of her garage where it dips down, and it's got a pretty sharp angle. And even there, at the very end, never got no water out, I guess, when she flushed it. And I explained to her that, again, the pitch was wrong up there, it could be wrong here. So we redug it, the pitch was right there, but again, there was 3 sections there that was just completely separated. So if you have a pipe that's connected here, and you're letting that groundwater just run away from there, it's supposed to run down that pipe if it gets over flooded. And it doesn't make it all the way through the holes. It's backed up more or less because it's such a heavy rain. It should flow down there, and it's not going to because it's only flowing out the end of that pipe. No connection. It's going to carry it in sections.
So you're saying that since she put a hose in it and tried to flush it, she should see water coming out the end of it?
I wouldn't say hose, no. A hose isn't accurate as for like a rainstorm. That's what it's there for.
Well,
To
you just
divert
said
it away
that-
from her neighbor's yard.
I thought I
What's
heard you
that?
say that she put a hose in it and tried to flush it and didn't see water coming out of it.
I never said that. You can check the court recorder. I never said that.
What'd you say, ma'am?
I gave you a picture of a hose by one of the drains. And I let it run for 5 minutes and it never came down to the pipe.
You could do that for hours on end. And now that I'm thinking of it, we had this.
Were you on this job at all?
No, but I got enough information to know what's going on here.
And what do you think happened? What do you think happened?
I reviewed my texts. I did get a call from her, and her complaint was not that the drain was not working. It was a picture of two bricks that were underneath the fence that had sunk a little bit. And she asked me why the bricks sunk. I said, I don't know, probably because it's a very wet area, and that's why I put a drainage system.
I gave you the Texas on too.
And I do.
I see which bricks you're talking about, just right of the German Shepherd sign, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what she texted me about.
and then somebody said that there's an issue with the water, but that's why I got the drain put in. If the water's gonna sink everything, what good is the drain doing? It's not doing anything.
What about that?
No, I mean, there's a driveway and there's a bed and there's a bunch of water coming from everywhere going in this bed of rocks. So we put a drainage system. The fact that there's, I believe she asked us to put these bricks underneath the fence. Probably not the greatest idea ever, but we did it. And because that area is so wet, there's no way to like properly install bricks like that underneath the fence. It was kind of like a afterthought or something to make it look nice. He kind of contacted me about why they're selling. They said, probably because it's a wet area.
Did you
No.
contact them before you
Yeah.
contacted Mr. Lilly?
Yeah,
And what did they tell you?
they didn't wanna be bothered. Somebody told me they don't have time for this and hung up.
That's
Then they
probably
sent me, I believe you have a text, cause they wanna put in drains and get some yard ready for winter.
Has this been working since Mr. Lilly did it?
Yeah, water comes out.
That's not the type of drain we put in, it's a perforated pipe. The water, you could stand there with a hose all day. Because it's got gravel and the water comes down and it doesn't all solid pipe all the way to the end, it's all perforated, so you can stand there forever with toes. The only time it would ever come out of the end is if it was like torrential downpours for days on end.
But there was so much rain,
That's what it's
stone
supposed to do.
actually covered one drain.
All right, here's what I'm doing. I'm getting off this bench for 90 seconds. I need to take a break. I'm coming back. I'm listening to what everybody else has to say one last time, and then I'll tell you my decision, okay? Everybody stay seated.
Yeah, absolutely. Board is back in session, just stay seated.
Go back in. So. I don't, you guys sit.
You gotta come back to the vote.
No, you're right there. You're good right there. John. I hate to do this to you guys. I'd really like it if we brought in the guy who did the work on this, Mr. Brooks. He still works for you.
That's, well, the guy that designed the drainage system, the guy that, put it in, does not.
Are you friendly with him? Can you get him here? I'd like to hear from you. Is there a problem?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is the third time I've come for this frivolous lawsuit, this is.
Well, I don't know if it's frivolous or not.
I do, because.
Well, wait a second. Wait.
That didn't work.
Wait a second.
Water.
Wasn't one of your witnesses gonna have, why'd I adjourn it the first time?
Because we got to the point.
No, I thought I did. Hang on. I think I adjourned it because one of the people was gonna have a baby or something like that. I think that's what I did. And it was one of your witnesses, right?
No, he was, yes, that was.
Is that true or not?
No, you didn't adjourn it because he was gonna have a baby, you adjourned it because she started talking about this guy that knows everything about drains, and you wanted him here. And we were gonna reschedule it, but it was gonna be a day about when his baby was due, so we pushed it out like another month.
Is that Mr. Lilly?
No.
I ain't had no babies. I'm 59.
He's not the baby guy, my guy's the baby guy. So,
Yeah, but you're so good looking. I thought you were dating a 28-year-old woman or something. I'm just kidding. Listen, wait a minute. Listen, I'm just asking you if you can get the guy here. I got an expert on this other side here, supposedly. He says he doesn't do a lot of this, but he's been in landscaping. His family has. He sounds like he knows what he's talking about. And he says you did something wrong. You might believe it, not believe it, agree with him, not agree with him. I don't care. I'm just asking, can you get the two guys here?
No.
You can't?
I mean, theoretically, I might possibly be able to track him down, but I don't want to. I know just about as much as anybody else. I mean, the guy that.
You weren't even there.
Look,
You don't even know the work that was done.
no one's ever said to me, this drain doesn't work, look at the water sitting on top of it. Like, it's a drain, this isn't like something complex, like, there's a million pictures.
Cover a drain.
Water is not gonna move
Wait,
the rock.
Wait, guys.
Like, this,
wait.
like, she's talking about a stalker coming and taking the drain apart.
I didn't say he took it apart.
What'd you
I
say?
said he put something in there.
She's
But there was
telling
Calling me
me
a stalker,
that there was a stalker coming and
Guys.
plugging up her drain, like.
Guys.
He has done it for 18 years. He does a lot of new things.
What else did?
Guys. It's 3:20.
This is the third time I've been here, I don't want to come a fourth time.
I'd like to go back to work.
Dude,
Boy, since I got a mutiny going on here, John.
I like to do a lot of things.
I'm just saying, Ron, this is taking a bunch of my time and I got a whole house I gotta do. My drywall mud is in my pan and it's already starting to stiffen up a little bit, so I'd like to just get back to work.
Hang on a second. You
Okay.
were subpoenaed. You don't get to
Okay.
dictate here, Mr. Lilly. They
All right.
gave you a subpoena. That's an
I got it.
order to appear.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to hear from you and I don't want to hear from Mr. Brooks over here anymore, okay?
You got it.
All I know is I'm left with two unescapable facts. One, you put this in, and two, she had to have it redone. And she claims there's nothing wrong, there's no problems that existed now that existed after you did this. So I don't know what to tell you. Something that Mr. Lilly did created satisfied or rectified the issue. So I can only conclude based on that you didn't install it right. So I'm sorry. I mean, I was trying to help you and I'm not trying to penalize you, but I was going to give you that opportunity And I just can't. $3,600 I'm gonna award judgment for plaintiff. And you have to pay the court costs. What are those, Jennifer?
Judge, I'm pulling them up. I know she had some service fees, so give me one moment.
So I'm gonna enter judgment. They got an $82 and
A little bit.
it looks like that might be it. So it's $3,682. I got a
It looks
judgment
like-
for me.
Judge, there was a $68 service fee back in October for
So
personal
now it's
service.
$3,750. Can you pay her today, Mr. Brooks?
No.
When can you pay it? All right, so you're gonna drop a check off to her house tomorrow?
No,
I'll tell you what. You mail it. I'm just gonna say you have to pay it to plaintiff in full by March the 20th. So you put it in the mail tomorrow, she'll have it by March the 20th. Thank you all. I'll give you all a copy of the judgment. You can go down the hall and get that. I'm taking back and giving everybody, John, give everybody back the photographs. Thank you all. Lukacs,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Laszlo.
This case highlights the importance of a fair and balanced justice system. Throughout the hearing, the judge took the time to review the facts, listen carefully, and ensure that every decision was based on responsibility and the rule of law. Courts play a vital role in giving individuals a chance to be heard while also holding them accountable for their actions. The judge's approach reflected both firmness and fairness, demonstrating how the legal system works to encourage positive change while protecting the integrity of justice. Moments like these reinforce public confidence in the courts and the principles they uphold.
A. Lukacs versus Laszlo Lukacs and Linda Lukacs, 2600415. I also have a balance to pay. Who's Laszlo R? Where's Laszlo R? Your name?
Laszlo R. Lucas.
You owe the court $248.
I do.
Yeah. In 2024, you don't pay your court costs?
I'll pay it today. I wasn't aware I ordered it.
That's 248243102. You're to pay that when you leave. Your name
Linda Lucas.
and your name.
Laszlo A.
You guys are father and son and you're suing one another, my lord.
Unfortunate.
What is happening in this world? See, the property transfer, you say the property transfer financial payments not made. I don't know what you mean by that.
What it is, Your Honor,
Just tell me real quick, because I gotta swear you in and explain your rights.
well, we bought a property jointly in Hungary back in 2009. I maintained it, I paid for it, and then finally, our 50%, since we are older, we tried to transfer it to him. My wife has left over 25%, I had 25%, but I made a condition that he pays me $450 a month fee. And then he didn't do that, and then I went to his house, I said, I go to
What in the world?
$350.
Hang on,
You.
time out,
And then.
time out, time out, time out. I'm not even sure you're in the right court. If this is over property in Hungary,
Yes,
Jesus. Okay, let's just slow down.
slow down, okay,
If you're gonna proceed in the small claims division, you're giving up rights. You're giving up the right to hire a lawyer, demand a trial by jury, appeal my decision.
I do,
You give up those rights?
I do,
You give up the right to seek in excess of 7,000?
I do,
Mr. Lukacs, you understand those rights?
I do.
If you give up, if you want to preserve those rights, just tell me, I'll remove the case and you can go to I'll still preside, but it'll be in the general civil division. You can appeal, you can hire a lawyer, demand a jury trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You wish to give up those rights?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, do you wish to give up those rights?
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you to do that?
No.
Anybody force you to do that?
No, sir.
Anybody force you to do that?
no,
Raise your right hands. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury, the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God. Mr. Lukacs, Mr. Lukacs, Ms. Lukacs. All right, let's start over.
Okay.
So you guys, you own some property in Hungary, right, Mr. Lukacs?
may I read it to you? Or I'll give it to you so you can read it quickly.
I summarized everything here
Whatever you want
to
to
make
do.
it simple for you.
Well, I know, but he needs to hear it. Have you given him a copy?
Right here is the copy.
Give me the original then. Let me take a look.
Take a look at it.
And Mr. Lukacs, you want me to read it to you, sir and ma'am? Or do you want to review it yourselves?
I can review it this way. He left a copy of this in my wife's windshield a couple days ago. There's nothing relevant in here. I looked it over.
That's not in your windshield. This is, I wrote this up as a summary. For the judge to read it.
So you agreed at one point, did you, to pay him $350 a month?
Yes,
I'm asking you.
No, sir, there's no such agreement.
Any of this in writing?
Your Honor,
Is any of this in writing? Did you guys put any writing together?
No, sir.
not the $350,
What's that?
not the $350.
Well, then how am I gonna give you that money?
Well, because on his word, Your Honor, he took over my company since 2013 for $360,000. He paid part of it until 2019. He still owes me $240,000 he never pays. On his word doesn't go nowhere. And I wouldn't be here asking for $350 today if he honors the date. He took the money out of my own company, $500,000 receivable, $58,000 assets, and he's still using those today. And he left me dry. I only live on Social Security.
Yeah, and
That's why I have a problem with 350. I would need it otherwise.
you don't owe him the money?
No, sir. This is his third attempt of harassment on me. The first one was dismissed, last one was dismissed last year with prejudice. This is now the third time.
Was that in front of me?
Yes, sir.
Were they both in front of me?
No,
The second one was, I listed the case numbers on my, I filed a motion to dismiss. The second one. 205.
Hang on.
The case number. This is just an ongoing harassment I'm getting.
Did I rule in his favor before on this, Mr. Lukacs?
no, I dropped up. We had an issue with a joint car. And that's what I was here the last time. And I dismissed that case. That's it. I never been here before on any case with him.
I thought he looked familiar.
Yes. He tried to. This is the.
Jennifer, they have another case in front of me?
Judge, not that I'm aware of, is there, let me,
No, did they, like a year or two ago?
let me pull up.
It's listed in my motion, 2025-25-00344 SC. With another one in 2021.
Where is that for?
That was also dismissed.
What is it for?
It's your case, I don't know.
Tell me.
I entered some dismissal with prejudice on 2025-25-00344-SC. I entered that on April the 8th of 25.
That's the
And I'm
only one
pulling
we
it
have.
up.
That's the only one I had.
I give you,
This is so sad.
And that was
How
over a
old are you?
Mercedes, Your Honor.
you
That was
got
not
it.
over property.
It was over a what?
It was, the complaint and indicates it was over a 2004 Mercedes.
That's the only one, yes.
Well, that's not the same as here, is
it's
it?
not the same case, but this, it's always something different. This is now another angle that he's trying to harass us with.
You know,
You don't have anything in
he's,
writing.
he's been in court with the union, local aid union for $1 million judgment.
I don't care.
And then they tried to implicate me.
You don't have anything in writing here where I can grant this relief for you. How am I supposed to know this?
Well, because he promised it. That was my wife signed it in September. He made my wife sign it. I refused to sign it until October. And he had me over with the video conference. His wife was over there. I hand him a check, a copy of the check, went to deposit this money. My wife went back about a couple of weeks later.
You guys, this is sad. This
And he
is sad.
told her he's gonna make up an agreement. That agreement never happened. Needs the money.
It's still, I don't care what you guys tell me, it's still sad. I don't think I can give you this relief. I don't know how I can. You got nothing in writing for me, sir.
Well, people make promises, right?
Well, I get it, but
I just heard you talking about all these cases. Everybody was talking on what I heard, what I said. The guy on the video said, you believe what he was saying. I'm not here to lie. For us, it's a must money because our living expenses is beyond our income. He can return the property, Your Honor. Just give it back to me. Very simple.
I think this is so sad, you guys.
Not only that, he changed the keys on the house in showroom, so we can't even get into
Did
it.
you do that?
I'm sorry?
Did you change the keys? The house key?
We did because we had all the family members that were getting in there, so it's been changed, but my family there has keys. They maintain the property, he has use of the property if he needs to use it. It's
But
getting currently renovated right now.
Mr. Lukacs, I'm sorry. You don't have enough proof here. I'm gonna have to find for the defendant no cause of action. I'm sorry. There's just not enough here. You can go down the hall and get a copy of this small claim.
That's what prejudice again.
I'm entering a judgment and no cause of action.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Here's that, sir.
Make a payment then, come to an agreement to finish it all, or?
Is that the agreement, Mr. Kessler?
Yeah, so we spoke this morning and we came to an agreement that he is going to write us out a check of $2,000. And we are going to receive that tomorrow. He's either going to drive it to on site, or we are going to meet somewhere and I'm going to pick it up. He requested an additional 60 days to pay the other 2,000, which we are willing to work with him on.
Well, the judgment was for 5,898. Did he pay 01? Did he pay you something before today? Or
No,
before?
we've been paid nothing.
Okay, so he's gonna pay 2,000, but then you said the other 2,000, he would still owe after he paid today 3898.
Yes, I
You
don't know
have the
if-
check with you?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Well, how you gonna do this? You gonna drive it out to Warren
Yes, sir,
today or tomorrow?
tomorrow, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
How about if we do this then? We'll adjourn the discovery subpoena. We'll adjourn the creditor's exam for 60 days. And then if you don't pay all of it by then, you're gonna have to show up with all that documentation in 60 days.
No problem, Your Honor.
So Jennifer, I'll need you to give me a date in
Yes, Judge.
about third week of July. And in the meantime, you're gonna take the check over there tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And then you're coming back with, you're gonna try to resolve it before this date that I give you, right?
Yes.
Okay, what do you have, Jen?
Judge, do you want June or July?
Wait a minute, it's only March. What am I saying? I meant May. May.
Okay, well, how about we do June 1st? Because the holiday falls in there, so we'll
What
do
day of the
June
week is
1st.
that?
It's a Monday.
June 1st at 8:30, okay? That's when I'm rescheduling this to.
Perfect.
All right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, good luck. Take that
Thank
out
you.
there and you're all set. Thank you. TD Bank versus Emily Collins, file number 2504634.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Timothy Trembers on behalf of the plaintiff, P79117.
Any resolution on this? Ms. Collins, your name?
Yes, I'm Emily Faye Collins here.
Did you guys talk and resolve this?
Yes,
did.
Your Honor. We resolved this. Defendant has agreed to pay the full account balance, and the parties will execute a stipulated dismissal with prejudice upon, and I will have that filed with the court upon receipt of payment.
When are you paying this, ma'am?
I will have it paid by this Friday.
Okay, Jennifer, we're gonna adjourn this pretrial 2 weeks. And then hopefully, actually, we'll make it 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then assuming that it's paid, I'll get the stip in order from them. So can you give me
April
like?
7th,
Perfect.
9 o'clock,
At what?
9 a.m.
At 9 a.m. Okay, you guys? So make sure you get the paperwork in here, get them the check, and everybody will be happy, all right?
Yes, perfect. Thank
Yep.
you.
Have
Thank
a
you,
great
Your Honor.
day. Thank you.
You too. Thanks.
LVNV versus Barbara Johnson. Barbara Johnson, 2600150.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. It's Craig Fay, P81401 on behalf of plaintiff.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Jennifer Palin, P80284 on behalf of defendant.
Good morning. Or afternoon, I guess it is.
Yes.
What are we doing on this one?
So if we can have a 60 days for discovery, we can hopefully get it resolved in that time frame.
Give me a second. Haven't seen you in a while, Mr. Fay.
I know I thought it was a little. I usually appear at the 8:30 hearings, not the 1 p.m. This was I was I wasn't sure if it was on our calendar correctly.
That's okay. I got you. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and give you, let me see here. I'm gonna make a discovery cutoff May the 20th. Witness lists are due April the 20th. Nobody demanded a jury, right?
Correct.
No settlement conference. We're gonna give you a trial date. You can put in there, you don't have to file a trial brief. And really, that's it. I'll go ahead and give you a trial date right now. Why don't you give
July
me?
27th,
What's that?
July 27th at 10:30.
Yeah. All right, we'll do July 27th. At what time?
10:30.
At 10:30. Okay, guys?
Perfect.
Sounds
Have
great.
a-
Thank you.
Have a great day, you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Take
Bye.
care.
Here you go, Sylvia. Okay. All right, Gene. Give me the parties and Ziac and whatever other civil cases.
I don't know where the attorney went. See, yeah.
And do I have any other civil down there too?
1:30.
What do I have at 1:30?
There's seven cases at 1:30, 3 prior trials, 2 motions.
Yeah.
Do I have the motions?
I thought they were on the calendar, but it's a motion to set aside judgment.
See,
And then the other is Tori Parker. We've had her in on the objection to garnishments.
Do you have something for me, or are they in this packet that I have, Jennifer?
They're all in the packet,
Perfect.
but I can get it if you need anything else.
Yeah, get these lawyers in here and I'll call this case.
You get it ready? That's ready.
People against Andrew Stephen Siak. 5T7174451.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Nora Olive, on behalf of the people.
How you doing, Ms. Ollie?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, Miss Tucker.
Hi,
Good.
may it please the Son of Will Court, Don Tucker Davis, P59329, representing Mr. Andrews, to see that with the to my right.
Mr. Siak, your name?
Steven Zayat,
Detective?
Detective Corporal Sean Spy, Trent Police Department.
Today's the date scheduled for a trial. People ready to proceed?
Your Honor, I know that this court has been very accommodating with the adjournments. As of right now, our plaintiff is not present. She was subpoenaed. We are not able to proceed at this time.
You would ban it without for this from this time.
I don't know that I can dismiss it with prejudice, can I? I don't think so. I mean, I'll give you your dismissal. I trust you're not going to bring it again unless there's some emergency that came up.
Without prejudice.
Right. Motion. I'll just make a note. Victim failed to appear. Motion to dismiss granted. But you have no intention of reissuing this, right?
I know.
Unless there is a really, really, really good excuse, like maybe being in the hospital or something like that, or a death in the family or something like that, I'm going to trust that I'm not going to see this case again. I understand. All right.
Thank you.
Heather, take out all the bond conditions. Mr. Siak, keep yourself out of trouble. Don't say a word about this. It could be brought again. Don't say a word about this, but keep yourself out of trouble. Change the bond conditions, Heather. Take them all out of lien. Good luck. Thank you very much. All right. Infinity versus Ryan Messmore, 2403979. All right, Mr. Geisler, good morning or afternoon, your appearance.
Good afternoon, Judge Cullen Geisler, P6902 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Where's Ryan Messmore?
He's not checked in on Zoom, Your Honor.
All right. Defendant failed to appear for creditor's exam. So I'll just ask you to go ahead and show cause the issue. You submit that. Has to be mailed at least for 10 days before the hearing date, okay?
Okay. And I can set the hearing, or should I reach out to the civil department for the new hearing?
Yeah, you
Okay.
talk to them and they'll help you set a date, okay?
Thank you, sir. Happy St.
Thank
Patrick's Day. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Okay. Tory Parker. This is LVNV versus Tory Parker, 2500558.
Good morning.
All right, your appearance?
Good afternoon. I'm at the end of Morris, appearing on behalf of the LVNB funding.
Ma'am, your name?
Tory Parker.
Did you send them the documents?
Yes.
Did you look at the documents?
I've seen all the documents and I've seen the objection, the garnishment. I don't really see anything saleable. Doesn't seem to be questioning the amount of the judgment, and, you know, if she's questioning the judgment, she's bringing all kind of emotion.
I don't think she was questioning the judgment. I think she was trying to say that the money that was being garnished was from workers' comp benefits.
Yes.
And then of course, and then I invited her to send you guys all the documentation that would support that argument.
Have that. Basically, objection and garnishment doesn't say anything about the source of the funds. Although it does state the state funds property are exempt.
Right. And she's got I don't have any documents. Did you bring any documents?
Judge, they should be the statements that she brought in and documents should be behind the sticky note. Those were the most recent.
Behind the sticky notes?
There should have been a green sticky note on the edge there.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all the new that she just brought in. And there should be a statement from her payout from the claim as well.
Someone asked for some authority. I mean, what makes exempt?
I believe that's what she was telling me before.
Yeah. It should be stated in the back of the garnishment form, but I'm not agreeing to that right now.
Do you want to take?
Pretty good itinerary of all the exemptions that. I just don't recall whether workers' comp is one of those things.
It's called the workers' disability compensation.
She's got some statutes if you want to look them up. 418.821 parent 1.
Part of it is judge. Can I get my?
Yeah.
Have you look now?
So you can look at 418. I'm going to let you sit down and look at these and look at her documents, okay?
Okay.
It's 418.821 parent 1 and 600.5311. 600.5311.
No, my memory doesn't go that far back. Could you repeat that, Sean?
$600.5311. Hang on one second. 600.5311 and 418.821 parent 1. That's what she's citing. I don't think your predecessor lawyer, whoever was here, was arguing that it was not exempt. He was just arguing, as I recall it, or she, whoever it was, as I recall it, was arguing that the funds garnished were not exclusively from workers' comp benefits. I think that's just my recollection, but I could be entirely incorrect about that. Deborah Trevor versus Brooks Landscaping. 2503785. Your name, sir?
David Brooks.
Your name?
All
All right. As I recall it, you guys were here and I told you a witness. You got to get closer. Do you want to sit down? I see you got a knee brace on. You sure? Well, I'm just telling you, if you'll feel more comfortable, you're not going to.
I've subpoenaed my witness. I used the private investigating company that the courts use, and he served them, but I don't know where he's at.
Well, here's what I'm doing. I'm going to swear you both in. And
I'll be fine.
what's the person's name? Nice and loud for me.
Bill. Can't remember his last name.
Do we have a proof of service as to a bill, somebody, Jennifer?
Yes, Your Honor. She did a subpoena for a William Lee Lilly, and I have a proof of service from Dino Guzzi that he was served on February 26th at 10:46 a.m. personally.
And he's not here?
And I've not had him check in on Zoom.
All right. Do we have a phone number for the guy?
There is a phone number on her subpoena.
Good. Call him up. Tell him the judge wants him to Zoom in. He's been subpoenaed. If not, we're going to issue a show cause as to why he shouldn't be held in contempt for failure to honor a subpoena.
I'm calling now.
Thank you. All right. Now, do you two want to talk about this or not?
Make some knowledge by just dropping all of this, like, everybody's work.
Well, I got things to do too, but.
Wait a minute.
Life's still right, I think that's fair.
All right, here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna tell you your rights. If this guy doesn't show up, I'm actually gonna issue a show cause for him if he was subpoenaed. I don't know who they think they are. People out there think they don't have to show up and honor subpoenas. This is the United States, but we have obligations. So I will do that and I will lock him up if he doesn't show up. But at any rate, right now, I'm gonna advise you of your rights. By proceeding in the small claims division, each of you are giving up the right to the extent that you can seek an excess of $7,000. You're giving up the right to appeal my decision if you don't like it. You're giving up your right to hire a lawyer. You're giving up your right to demand a trial by jury. If you don't do any of those things, in other words, if you don't mind waiving those rights, you can proceed in small claims. If you want to preserve any one or more of those rights, you want to be able to hire a lawyer, demand a trial by jury, appeal my decision, or seek an excess of $7,000, then you have to have the case removed to the general civil division, in which case you can hire a lawyer, appeal my decision, demand a trial by jury, and seek an excess of $7,000. Do you understand everything I just said in this tree law? Mr. Brooks,
Yes, Your Honor.
and it is Brooks, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you wish to give up those rights and proceed here, or do you wish to have the case removed? Ms. Treelor? Okay, you're gonna have to get a little bit louder.
I'll make my rights and have it heard and no comments.
You wish to waive your rights?
I do.
Did you get a hold of him, Jennifer?
Judge, he was expecting like a Zoom invitation, so I'm trying to walk him through getting onto Zoom right now.
Fine, good. So we did tell him he could appear by Zoom, I remember that. And we'll go from there. She'll walk him through, and I suppose that we could start, if you'd like. Why don't you guys raise your right hands? You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you will give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God. Ms. Treelor? Mr. Brooks?
Yes.
All right, tell me what happened, nice and loud.
I hired Mr. Brooks Company to put in a, never remember what it expense drain, I think it was drain. Because there's water from my place and the next door neighbors. And I don't feel it was done right because there was so much water covered one of my drains. And when I talked to his worker, he told me I have a water problem, which is why I wanted the drain put in. But it doesn't work and nobody would come out, nobody would return my calls until they got the subpoena from the court. Then he showed up and called and.
So you put in a drain, right?
Yep.
It didn't help with the water situation?
No.
I'm asking you.
I don't know. I had the first time we were here, the gentleman that was with me, he had all the information. And then we had a recess to bring the guy back, in which time I came back. And now it's spring and we're busy. I don't know much about it. I know that
Where's he at now? The guy you came with?
he's working.
For you?
Yeah.
Okay, can't you get him to zoom in or something? I mean, you guys want me to guess here, I guess. I can't guess. I need people to tell me what happened.
Well, I mean, we did get to a point where.
I mean, you're saying to me you don't know what happened. She's saying you guys did put in a drain and it doesn't work. What am I supposed to do?
I mean, I have pictures, I don't,
Let me see.
you wanted the drain he put in?
I think the point we got to at the first hearing, where all the facts were out, we came to the point where she believed it was not working because when it was raining, she went to the
There's
exit.
another, does he want to know?
Give me whatever you got. Whatever you want me to look at.
I got all kinds of pictures, do you want,
Whatever you want me to look at.
you need his picture?
Whatever you want me to look at. I mean, you have to prove your case. And if you think by me looking at the bid or your pictures or whatever else is going to help you prove your case, then by all means, send them up.
The part where we got to the first time girl was that she believed that the drain is not working because during the rains, when it was raining, she went to the exit point of the drain and saw that there was no water coming out. And we were made aware of that was the reason she thought it wasn't working. And that makes sense because this is not a solid pipe, it's a perforated pipe.
Wait a minute. Do we have the other gentleman in here yet, Jennifer?
Evidence of a drain not working would be standing water.
But it moved, there was so much water. He's got one picture, there's 2 drains that were put in. But there was so much water, it moved the stones to where I could not find the drain by the garage.
Okay, so somebody's gonna have to explain to me why this proves that the drain isn't working.
Well, there was so much water that one of the drains got covered up with stone. And I put the hose in to see if there was a plug, because I do have a stalker and that's something he would do. And
You have what?
I have a stalker and that's something he would do. Plug it up somehow, some way, but when Bill changed the drain around, I asked if there was a plug and he said no.
Hang on one second. Jennifer, can you hear me?
Yes, Judge. We're working on it.
What? Where's the guy at?
He's
I need.
he's
let him-
downloading the app, Your Honor. He's in River Rouge.
You can't really, I don't want to go on without him in here, okay? I'd like to hear from him. Why don't you guys have a seat? I'll go on to another one of these, okay? All right. Walter Luzinski versus Walter and Noreen Luzinski versus Anthony Frank.
Good afternoon,
DBA,
Your Honor.
AFC Customs Concrete and AFC Custom Concrete LLC.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Eric Glick appearing on behalf of the plaintiffs, Mr. and Mrs. Luzinski.
Good morning or afternoon.
Ronald Bruce on behalf of the defendants.
Wait a minute, just give me 1 second here. This is just a pretrial and there's been no resolution, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. So I, Mr. Glick. What's your P number, Mr. Glick?
51243.
And Mr. Bruce?
62579.
62579?
Correct.
Well, you guys are making me feel really old. Okay, how long we need for discovery? 60 days, May the 20th?
We were thinking 90, but
How complicated is it? What's this case about?
Your Honor, this is a concrete case. The defendants were hired to install a concrete driveway and some patio and driveway work or garage work. And there's a dispute about the workmanship. And so we were discussing this case, counsel and I. There may need to be core samples. There's definitely going to need to be some discovery from the supplier of the concrete mix. So it could be a little bit longer of discovery needed than usual.
Good enough. I'll give you until June 20th. Witness list due May 20th. You do have to file a trial brief in this case, and it has to be filed and exchanged not later than 7 days before the trial. I'm going to give you a bench trial date now, but I can't have it adjourned, so make sure it's good with your calendars. Why don't you give me a date in early August sometime, Jennifer?
Sure, Judge. We can do August 4th. Or no, I apologize. Wrong judge. It's going to be August. Actually, Judge, we'll have to go to August 24th.
Okay. At
10:30.
but no adjournments, guys, okay? No adjournments of that trial date. I can't, we're kind of already, I mean, these cases, I don't know, it's filed back in October, so I'll do that. And we'll go from there. I'll send you the pretrial order. And I'm not going to order mediation. How much is the claim for?
About $24,000 plus attorney fees. So we're at the court's limit at 25,000.
You guys want ADR or anything like that? No? Nobody's showing
I've been
enthusiasm.
very disappointed between you and I with case evaluation, and we'll see how discovery goes and
That's
see how
because they don't have guys like me running it.
they should. They should have guys like you running it.
Here, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day, okay?
Your Honor,
Thank
I
you
would
very
like to
much.
say, I mean, if this is going to be a hard and fast date for trial, August 24th, I mean, that gets into the fall, that gets into the kids' break. That's when we usually take our vacation, although I have to admit, I don't have anything in my calendar because I'm not good at that. My wife keeps our family calendar, so I'm a little bit nervous when the court says there's going to be no adjournments. I mean,
When do you want me to set it for?
I think this case is good unless something like if there's something that's pre-scheduled already that my wife tells me that, oh, Eric, you should have remembered we had this date set.
Well, I'm not going to jam you like that,
Okay.
but I get your point. The point is, I'm supposed to have these done in a year. That's all. You want me to give you a later date or an earlier date? Whatever you want, I'll help you. I'm not looking to jam you.
No, Your Honor.
If you guys plan a trip to Disney World or whatever, I'll adjourn it a month for you. Okay, is that fair?
Yes,
But
absolutely.
it can't be more
100%.
than a month is all I'm trying to tell you nicely, all right?
Very good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Have a good day, guys. Take care of yourselves.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, what do I have here? Do I have this guy on there, Mr. Bill? or
Mr.
whatever
Lilly
his-
is here. Yep. And we also have Crown Asset and Christopher Hale ready.
Okay, Crown Asset versus Christopher Hale, 2505247, which is another pretrial, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, who do I have? This is guys talk, try to resolve this. Can I have both your appearances? This is 2505247.
Yes, Judge. This is David Beta representing the plaintiff, P67307.
67307.
Yes.
Mr. Hale, your name?
Christopher Hale.
What's this over?
It's over a loan, and it's for $20,492.26. We did have a good conversation, but he's being represented by a debt, or for this matter, a debt consolidation company. So he needs to talk to them before.
My least favorite thing. My least favorite thing. Whatever.
So
what
can
are we
we
gonna
adjourn
do?
this for 60 days or 30 days?
You guys still won't have an answer. You know that. I know that. I mean,
I'm probably going to file a motion if I don't hear from them. I told him to have
let me
them.
check. Yeah, I can adjourn it for 30 days. I'll do that for you. I can do that. It's just it takes them so long to respond. I don't know what to say. I'll tell you what, Lisa, Jennifer, give me a date at the end of April.
April 21st.
Is that good, Mr. Bader?
Yes, it is, Judge.
Is that good, Mr. Hale?
Yes.
And we
Good
can do it
basic-
8:30 in the morning.
So, I mean, if you owe this debt, we can work out a payment plan. I'll be glad to do that. If you guys consent as an example to a judgment, you can't agree on what the installment payment order should read like. We can just do it verbally. I'll swear you to an oath, Mr. Hale. I'll find out what your debts and assets are and how much you make, and I'll be reasonable with you. So I will just go ahead and adjourn this until that date.
And that's via Zoom, correct?
What's that?
Via Zoom, Judge?
Yeah, you can appear via Zoom. I don't want to make lawyers drive from their offices anymore. Why?
Thanks.
I'm just kidding. Yes, you can appear by Zoom. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Any
Okay,
questions, Mr. Hale?
No.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay,
you.
have a
Bye-bye.
good day, guys.
You
Which
too.
one do you have, Mr. Oh, I see. You
He's got Midland versus Page.
Midland versus Tierra Page, 2600152.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. J. Baig, B-A-I-G,
P 36820 on behalf of Midland.
Is Tara Page here?
I have not had her check in on Zoom, Your Honor.
Well, you can take a default judgment if you want. You want to take that?
I certainly do. If you want me to put the numbers on the record or just file it?
Please, please.
Numbers, damages, $5,381.78. Court costs, $115.35. No attorney fee. Total. Oh, they screwed up the total here.
5497.13, right?
There you go. Thank you, Your Honor.
Those, I'm
Appreciate
telling you,
it.
those nuns busted that in our brains. And if we didn't get it right, they'd make us spell it backwards, forwards. Anyway, that's it. I'll give you your judgment. Send it over, please. Have a good day.
All right.
Michael
You
Bates,
too. Thanks.
Chevrolet versus Lauren Vanderendonk, 2505215. Is anybody here from Michael Bates? Come on.
No, Your Honor.
Yeah.
What's going on? What is this here for?
Your Honor, defendant has filed a motion to set aside the default. She had missed the small claims hearing.
What's your name?
Lauren Van Derton.
Sir, why are you here? Are you her boyfriend or something?
It's my, well,
Husband, whatever. Are you a party to this though? Well, you're not on the pleadings. They just sued her.
Correct. That mess.
Well, not really, because you're not a party is the problem.
he's the one that's helping me pay for it.
Well, I get it, but why don't you have a seat right at the table there, okay? Tell me why I should do this, ma'am. What did they sue you for?
So I had a lease and they came up with, we're gonna pay the entire lease off right there. And it was, I think, like $18,000, and I thought that I would have like the full amount within the next 2 or 3 weeks when we start the payment on the card. And because that's what we did last time, we just paid the whole thing off, so I didn't have to worry about payments like each month. And the payment that we agreed to wasn't paid off right away. And I gave them some more money a couple weeks later and some more, and it's been a really hard time. I do have, like, I want to pay it off, I'm going to pay it off, but our bills and just the times that we have right now in our house is really tight, and I have intentions to pay it off the full amount, but I just can't pay thousands and thousands.
Why were you late? You can't be late for court. I mean, I give everybody 15 minutes.
I think I was about like 15 minutes late. There was a train and we came down Van Horn. There was a train there. I waited, and then we went around and got stuck by the same train on Allen Road. And then by the time we got there, I think it was like 15 minutes late.
Call court.
I was just.
It's this motion intervene to protect assets. Who filed that? Jennifer?
Your Honor, I don't have that case up at the moment. Let me.
Did you file something like that?
I don't think so.
Motion to intervene to protect assets. I don't have a motion in front of me. That was filed.
I just filed something just to keep me from getting in trouble with you because I was 20 minutes late, 15 minutes late. I wanted to come back and be able to talk to Michael Bates so that we can come up with some sort of agreement, because I want to, pay off what I owe. So I just want everything just to be satisfied. I did go down since the 27th of January when I was here last, and I did give them another, I think it was like $1,500. I have the receipt here. And Diane signed this and showed like the balance that I still owe.
To show up. We'll reschedule it. Jennifer, reschedule that. You can give her a date down the hall. Go ahead, go down the hall.
Sounds good, Judge.
You're only 3 minutes later than probably I called it, but you gotta be here on
Yeah,
time.
we literally were, so.
Okay.
I saw Diane in the hallway.
Just quit while you're behind. What do you want?
Please just say this. When we continue to come back and come back and come back and back, what if this is all paid off?
I'm not gonna deal with hypotheticals. You guys she didn't show up on time. I give everybody 15 minutes. I entered a default judgment. She filed a motion to set aside the default judgment. If they showed up, I might not have granted it. They didn't, so I'm granting it. But I can't listen.
What is the default judgment? I gave these people $15,000 on a $20,000.
Listen,
Nobody does it.
Listen. What are you gonna argue with me about? Why are you arguing with me?
I'm not arguing.
When people, you look like an athlete. Did you play sports?
I did.
What'd you play?
I played basketball.
Okay, what if your team didn't show up for the game? What would happen? You'd lose, right? It's a forfeit. It's a default.
Yeah.
The Tigers decide not to show up on opening day, they're gonna lose. It's a forfeit. Same thing that happened.
We lose.
You got a judgment against you for $6,156 when she didn't show up on time.
Okay, yeah, for $6,100.
6160. I don't know why you're arguing with me. Why?
I'm confused. I gave you $15,000 on a car that only has two.
Sure, I haven't had both parties here where I could sort it out.
Right, I get.
They were here first. They prayed for a certain amount. I gave them the certain amount, and now they didn't show up. You guys get all here together and show up. I'll be able to make a decision, but you're asking me to speak about something. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I get that too, and that's, I'm
The
not.
part that I'm confused about is that I'm willing to pay well, now it's like 47, I want to pay that, I just don't know.
You just asked me to set aside the default judgment, right? That's what I did. You won the
I
hearing.
think I just don't understand what's going on.
Well, what don't you understand? I want to make sure you understand. You didn't show up the first time. I entered a judgment for the amount that they requested in their small claims affidavit.
Right,
That's what they're entitled to.
yes.
I usually swear them in and make sure that there's sufficient evidence of that. Okay?
Yeah.
Some people will sue for $10,000 over a paper towel, okay? So I can't give them a judgment for $10,000 over paper towel. So I usually swear them in and at least make sure that they have a legitimate claim. But quite honestly, when somebody doesn't show up, the other side's entitled to a judgment in the amount that they claim, barring something unforeseen. So I gave them a judgment. It was sent to you. You didn't show up on time. You filed a motion to set aside the judgment to get us back to square one. I granted it. That's where we are now. They're gonna give them a date to show up on this case and you a date to show up on this case, and hopefully nobody will be late again because I won't be. And then I'll hear the case, I'll sort it out, and hopefully I'll make a good decision for everybody.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for explaining that.
All right, have a good day. Thank you. Okay. You guys resolve this on Parker, is that? Did you resolve it?
have resolved it.
LVMV versus Tory Parker, 2500558. Counsel, your appearance.
Thank you, Judge. Ken Perry on behalf of the LBNB funding.
And it's
9605.
90? What'd you say?
49605.
49605, okay.
No, 90. I'm thinking it should pay.
I don't know. All I know is they're getting higher and higher, and that makes me feel older and older. Ma'am, your name?
Tory Parker.
What is the resolution?
I had a chance to review her banking records, and it turns out that the only money resting in that account came from workers' comp, and that is exempt from attachment.
Right. Well, that's what we were searching for last time was, so I'm gonna find. Jennifer, can you bring me an order down here right now? Or do you have an objection to garnishment order down there, Sadie? You might.
As we went back in time to the issuance of the bid chart workers' comp, and going forward, there were no deposits.
Okay.
Which one is it?
You have objections to garnishment order? Maybe not.
Judge,
Jennifer?
I'm looking to see if one was submitted. Give me 1 second. If not, I'll print one up.
I'm gonna find that the objections are valid. I will prepare the order.
I have one. I just got to print it and get it to you.
Okay, can you guys have a seat 1 second? I'll go on to a case and then I'll call it and we'll get you out of here, I promise you. Raymer?
This case highlights the importance of a fair and balanced justice system. Throughout the hearing, the judge took the time to review the facts, listen carefully, and ensure that every decision was based on responsibility and the rule of law. Courts play a vital role in giving individuals a chance to be heard while also holding them accountable for their actions. The judge's approach reflected both firmness and fairness, demonstrating how the legal system works to encourage positive change while protecting the integrity of justice. Moments like these reinforce public confidence in the courts and the principles they uphold. This case highlights the importance of a fair and balanced justice system. Throughout the hearing, the judge took the time to review the facts, listen carefully, and ensure that every decision was based on responsibility and the rule of law. Courts play a vital role in giving individuals a chance to be heard while also holding them accountable for their actions. The judge's approach reflected both firmness and fairness, demonstrating how the legal system works to encourage positive change while protecting the integrity of justice. Moments like these reinforce public confidence in the courts and the principles they uphold.